SiriusXM. And now, the Opie and Anthony Show continues. This is After O&A Live. Here's your host, Sam Roberts.
Roland is in trouble. Opie's pissed. You just said you were pissed at him.
I gotta go.
You just said you were pissed at him.
I gotta go.
It was Eric though. He told me.
Opie said he was upset with you.
I do.
I'll explain why I'm really pissed off at Roland.
Yeah.
I will give you my views on Shaq and how cool he was. And I will talk about Aziz, who did our show for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
All on my Twitter, Opie Radio.
You know you have a radio show.
Huh?
You know you have a radio show. You have a whole channel here.
Oh, nice.
You could share some of those ideas right here.
Nice.
Well, Sam, in my defense, you know I do stupid things when I have too much sugar.
That's
at
true.
random times.
That's very true.
That is my innocence.
Opie's taking off.
It's like you record me when I make fun of Paul. I didn't know you were still recording me.
You did kind of know.
No, I didn't know you were recording me.
Because the phone was right on the table. Why else would it be
Because
there?
you clicked on the button, so I thought you'd stop.
No. It's after Opie and Anthony Live. Yeah.
I'm innocent.
Apparently, could you pass me that pad?
How many hits does it have? Like 1,000?
Well, I don't even know. I haven't even seen it myself yet. Apparently, Erock did a video with Roland where Roland was sucking helium. Is that what the video is?
Yeah.
I didn't watch it.
And even at Eric's defense, I was sucking helium. I didn't know he was recording it.
You did
How's
too.
that
You were
in-
playing up to the camera.
And why would that be in Eric's defense anyway?
And shit.
None of that since
He
it's
was
made
doing
any
it before I
sense.
even started taping him. I was walking down the hallway, and other people were waving me in to come and check this out. And Roland's just sitting there drinking helium balloons.
Yeah.
Where were the helium balloons
From the Mini Cooper.
Somebody brought us something
Remember that Mini
last
Cooper?
Friday.
The
Oh,
cupcakes?
okay. I wasn't here that day, I don't think.
Yeah, somebody brought us
Oh,
something,
yeah.
and it came with balloons, and Roland took them back to his office. Besides from stomping on them and throwing things at him, the ones that were left, he started to bite into and drink.
No, I'm aroused. I popped them. I didn't pop them.
You popped some of them.
No, I popped 0 of them.
How come?
Because I wanted to suck all the helium out of all of them.
So you just started taking the balloons and biting them and sucking all the helium out.
Correct.
Just to hear your voice sound funny.
Well, Liam goes, hey, try it out. Let me hear your voice.
Log on. Can you hear his voice on the video?
Yeah.
I would love to see. Yeah, turn the computer on and turn the back monitor on too. The one that's facing me, because we had to turn the monitors off when the great Aziz Ansari and Shaquille O'Neal were in here. Yeah, that one. Just
If the
push
great
corner
Matt
button.
Fastow's listening, the intern broke my clipboard. If you order me more, please.
I guess he's who handles office
The
supplies.
great Matt Fastow.
Roland was in here during the commercial break because he thought it would be funny. He was actually just smashing his plastic clipboard against the console because he said they'll order me 3 more.
That is incorrect.
Is it?
Yes.
I just made that
fucking
up.
Liar.
I just made that up. Don't throw it. You just broke your pen.
I got another one.
You go through office supplies here.
Because of my anger.
That office of Roland, he just smashes things and destroys things that the company gives him for fun.
That's
I
not
find
true.
pens hidden behind the blinds because he threw them across the room and they would land in there. So as soon as you go to pull up the blind, all these pens fall out.
And that's Roland's whole goof, is he just sits there in the office while Erock's doing work, and he throws pens while Erock's sitting in the office, and he throws pens at Erock, but right above him, so they hit the blinds as hard as he can.
That's not true.
I'm making that up, too.
Yeah, you're making it up. You're just being a fucking liar today.
It all seems like a
He throws
lot to
stuff
make
into the
up.
hallway too.
Yeah?
Well, yeah, because I get stupid emails from stupid people, so.
Who's stupid?
Or there'll be
People are
people
just
out
stupid.
there having conversations, and he'll go, "Shut the fuck up," and
Yes.
throw something out into the hallway.
I
don't hear the stupid conversations. Hey, what'd you get? I got salad. What'd you get? Shut up!
Are the stupid people who send you stupid emails the same ones who wear tight pants that you weren't mentioning before?
No, they're
Different
other
people.
stupid people.
All right, this is what YouTube channel is this on? Mine or Opie's or
Just
yours?
go to the
or...
Opie and Anthony on Facebook.
Okay, Opie and
or
Anthony.
Erock Radio on YouTube.
I don't know why that's funny. Opie and Anthony.
Thanks for the plug.
Facebook
That's
page.
Yeah. Is that on?
Yeah. And this is Roland.
Helium, what's going on, Helium? Helium, where are you? Hello? Hi, Eric. How are you? I am.
It's creepy.
Hi, Pete.
That's the creepiest thing in the world.
There's now a crowd outside the door watching this.
Hey, Ray Charles.
Listen to him giggle.
It's creepy, man.
Hi, Ray Charles. What's up? Casey's in the house.
Oh my God, that's weird.
Wait. Hear the end here.
Okay.
Oh my God! Whew. Head rush.
You get yourself all fucked up on helium?
Yeah.
Look, he's sweating and panting.
Of course he is.
I had like 6 balloons or 7 balloons.
And what time was this on Friday?
Noon. You know how I get.
Yeah. Everybody's going in for their lunch hour, and boom.
Boom, I'm ready to suck balloons.
You're ready to suck balloons, or smash office supplies, or whatever it is.
I smash office supplies.
Well, yeah, I just saw you smash the clipboard. Erock, didn't he smash the clipboard a minute ago?
I did?
He did. I don't know what he did with it, but yeah, he was smashing it right on the corner of the console.
Right, okay, good. I'm not crazy then.
You're crazy. Both of you are crazy.
Loco. Do you realize how creepy your laugh is when you're on helium? Like, your voice doesn't sound... Honestly, I don't think your voice sounds that different on helium.
It just goes an octave higher.
It goes about an octave higher, yeah. Like, it's a dramatic change for most of us, but you kind of have a little helium effect on your voice naturally.
I know.
So the voice doesn't change, but your laugh is so bone-chillingly creepy on helium that I don't ever want to hear it again.
Aw.
It's scary. Did you realize that?
No.
It's frightening.
Aw.
Don't say aw to me. I mean, just don't do it again. Do you suck balloons a lot?
No, there's like 15 balloons. I'm like, let me see what this is. Liam
What else am I going to do with them, right?
Well, Liam goes, try it, see what you sound like. I go, I haven't done it in years. So I started doing it. He goes, do it again.
It's like an old pastime.
Yeah, so I'm like, what the fuck?
You might as well do it. It's Friday, right?
Yeah, we have the guests all booked up for this week, so.
And you and Troy still haven't gone for your massage with a hand job yet.
No,
huh?
he's getting his rhinoplasty right now.
Troy is out all week with getting a nose job done.
Yeah.
I
Something about his breathing or...
No, I think it's a cosmetic surgery.
It is a cosmetic surgery.
You know that, right?
Oh, we all know that.
Yeah, we all know that. He makes all the excuses he wants to. But Troy is a vain guy, and yes, he is out all week.
And then
getting
tomorrow
a nose
he
job.
goes to like the spa to relax, to recoup back into the workplace.
I understand. Very Hollywood of him.
Yeah.
Today was a big guest day for you, Roland.
Yeah.
Shaquille O'Neal was in studio.
Check attack.
And he was great. I think he dug the show too. I think he was feeling the vibe. I think he had a good time.
Came in tired.
And hey, but like Shaq said, Shaq started the interview by saying he has the greatest sense of humor of anyone. He's got the best one. And I mean, it seemed like he was down to laugh.
Yeah.
You know, and he got the show's sense of humor after not too long, and yeah, it was a great interview.
Downstairs, be like, "Hey, what's up, Shaq?" And he just kind of looked at them and looked away. And be like, "Hey, Shaq."
Did you see him when Shaq is what they called him?
Shaq.
Shaq.
Attack.
Shaq attack.
Shaq.
Are you on helium?
No.
You were downstairs with him?
Yeah.
So is it crazy?
Yeah, of course, everybody like, "Hey, what's up?" Want to give him the high five.
Yeah.
He's like, "What's up?"
But you seem friendly.
Yeah, I mean, when you're trying to wake up and drinking your coffee and some.
Oh, this was before the interview.
Jag-off from like a.
Jag-off?
Jag-off from like Merrill Lynch. We're like, "Hey, buddy, I do golf. Hey, high five."
And he just takes the elevator up like a normal person.
Oh yeah, with those douchebags, and you see one guy like looked like trying to act normal. He goes, "What's up?"
That's the thing.
And I just went, "Ew."
Oh, so he tried to like relate to him like him and Shaq were both normal people.
Yeah, and
hey, what's up?
I just went, "Ew," and he just smirked.
You said that?
Yeah, because the guy's an asshole. I will point it out. You're an asshole.
You're an asshole, sir.
Yeah.
That's got to be a crazy thing though, because it's one thing to be a highly recognizable celebrity walking around New York City. It's another thing to be a highly recognizable celebrity that's 7'1", 300 pounds.
Yeah, he was super tall.
Like there is no, and he said it in the interview today. Since he was 15, there is nowhere he can go where he doesn't stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
I mean, somehow he's developed a sense of humor that's probably enabled him to get through a lot of situations that most people would find unpleasant. But, I mean, he took it all in stride, didn't he?
There's a lot of people out there waiting for him.
And Aziz was on, too.
Mm-hmm.
He was great.
Yeah.
It's been a while trying to get him on. How come he hasn't been on before?
Parks and Rec. He was in L.A., now back in New York.
He's a busy guy.
Yeah.
They were making fun of the one sheets that we give. First of all, the sheets.
Don't you do that?
Yeah.
Oh.
And those
are proper or no?
Huh?
Did you put enough info?
They're not biographies.
Yeah.
none of Opie.
They're just hit points.
Right. Opie, Anthony, and Jim, they don't read them until right before the interview or while the interview is going on anyway.
In your defense, we used to do biographies. Then they said enough. Just do a one sheet.
Yeah, this is too much information.
Just do the bullet points, and we'll figure it out.
Just the basics, right?
Yeah.
Just something you can glance down at, talking point, boom, and that suffices to me. Now,
you used to do 3 pages and then a one sheet.
And you used to like print out all this stuff and
I go, hey, this
details
is
and they basically, we're not going to read all this, is what they said.
Yeah.
So we stopped doing the long guest information
this is going to
sheets.
pop up in today's meeting.
I hope it does.
I
hope it does.
We should do some more.
Yeah, because we used to do these long information sheets. They didn't read them, and they were annoyed looking at all the words, so they told us to just do the basics, just bullet points. So you start doing bullet points, and now the only time they read them is when they want to make fun of it. Like, they don't actually read it for the information usually, and when they do...
It's like a surprise. Oh, shit, you were in that movie? Yeah. Ah.
Right. But when they do read it and actually get information and use it for the interview, they don't make a big production of it. And so, in the meetings, they don't go, oh, good job with the one sheet, blah, 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 blah. No. They just assume...
You get pooped on.
They just assume that because it's only vocal when there's a criticism for it. And by the way, you could read... If you read the information on today's Aziz Ansari sheet without a sarcastic tone, you'd be like, okay, sounds adequate. And that's all I was going for, adequate. They don't want exceptional.
Yeah, because he's friends with Jimmy and that, so kind of...
Exactly. If you want to go in-depth... I don't have access to pre-interview these people. This is not David Letterman.
Yeah.
I don't have access to call them at home and say, tell me a little bit about yourself. And get there. I have the internet.
Well, because pre-interviews for TV that people don't realize, it happens like... probably 2, 3, sometimes 4 weeks in advance.
Right.
So like a research department will do a whole packet. The segment producer will go over the whole packet, and then they'll hand it back to the research department. Will break it down, and then when they call them on the phone, they'll talk and put the bullet points together.
And
but this is like 3, 4 weeks in advance.
And with the one sheets, the reason we don't hear about them until the interview is happening is because they haven't been looked at before the interview. I could correct mistakes with some kind of notice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What mistake did you do?
Well, there wasn't any mistakes. They just said, this is not good. These are horrible. And I was like, what?
Did you see Parks and Rec? What's up?
Exactly. And then at the end of the interview, Opie goes,
show.
yeah, and Parks and Rec is coming back on April 19th. Boom. Pulled right from the sheet. That information was right on the sheet.
It's a great show, too.
And I think the fact that he's friends with Jay-Z and Kanye West is a major talking point.
Massive.
If I was interviewing him, I would talk to him a lot about that. And maybe he wouldn't like that. I know Tom Papa...
They travel together.
Tom Papa was, like, wondering why I wanted to talk to him more about the fact that Rob Zombie was directing his comedy special than the fact that he was doing a comedy special. That's fine. But if I'm here, I get to pick the questions. I would think, though, that's compelling to me.
Yeah.
That Aziz, you wouldn't think... You see Aziz on, like, Parks and all this stuff. You wouldn't think he's friends with Jay-Z and Kanye West, but all of a sudden, he's in the Otis video just chilling.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I was friends with Jay-Z and Kanye West, it's all I would talk about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People would get sick of it. They'd be like, we know. And I'd be like, well, let me tell you again. I'm friends with Jay-Z and Kanye West.
Yeah, it's awesome because he travels with them and everything. That's cool.
Do you think... You've met a lot of famous people.
Yeah.
Have you ever... Have there been famous people that you would consider, like, friends?
Some, yeah. I mean, like, if you haven't seen them, it's like comics. You haven't seen them in a while. You see them at award shows. Like, hey, you
text
get caught
buddies?
up. Yeah, you get text them, you get caught up and everything.
Who's one of your famous people that you would consider, like, one of your boys? And I know it's not like, because they're famous people, the reason they're famous is because they're busy. If they weren't busy, they wouldn't be famous anymore. Yeah. So it's not like Roland can just call and hang out. I'm not going to test you on it, but just like somebody...
like the Carson Daly's, the Joe McHale's, and Gerard Butler's, and like the Kimmels of the world.
Gerard Butler is somebody that you're cool with.
Yeah.
So you'll text back and forth with him.
Yeah.
On, not every day, but
yeah,
in situations. Does that make it so that your regular friends are not as important?
No, it just makes it seem like you're like, all right, if it wasn't for your job per se and what you have to do, they probably wouldn't give you the time of day.
You realize that?
Yeah, it's like bubble world. If you realize this is what you do, and they're very nice people. They want to be your friends. That's great. But you have to realize outside of that is what really counts.
Because, like, for me, I'll get a phone call from Johnny Fairplay from Survivor, and after that, somebody who can call me who's never been on TV, and I'm like, who the fuck do you think you're calling? I'm friends with Johnny Fairplay. Oh, Anthony's on the phone. Ant, why don't you have the hotline?
I don't have the hotline number. What do you think I am? Well, so what the show has turned into is you lambasting me and Opie while we're not there.
That's right.
And making excuse after excuse as to why your one sheet stinks.
Well, listen. First of all...
No. The one thing I heard that was accurate in that whole diatribe you laid out there to Roland, your flunky, is adequate. You were adequate.
Adequate.
It describes you to a T.
No.
You're adequate.
No.
You're doing just enough.
I was talking about the sheet, not me.
It's your sheet.
The one sheet was adequate. But, Anthony, you have requested... You want me to get to the point where I'm just writing name, time, and plug for you. You don't want any information whatsoever.
That's exactly what I have never complained about the one sheet. I don't complain about the one sheet. I don't give a flying fuck what's on it. I don't even know what guest is coming in half the time. They walk in the door, I'm like, oh, this is cool. It's a surprise to me.
Because that's the way I think the show works. That, like, I just say, here's the name of the guy, and whatever information you want to find out, you'll be like, tell me about this.
Yeah, I figure I'm taking the listener's point of view on this thing. Like, they don't know who it is. I don't know who it is. So I kind of ask questions that the listener would, like, hey, what do you do?
Yeah, what brings you into the studio today?
Right. What makes you famous?
Like Modern Family? What's your show about?
Tell me about your show.
What's that show about?
What is this, drama, comedy?
I just thought you were spending an awful lot of time explaining yourself, Sam Roberts.
Well, I think it's important that the listener get to, again, I take the viewpoint of the listener, and they want to say, hey, what's that guy's perspective on things?
But that doesn't fit at all what you're talking about. You were making nothing but excuses for your adequate work.
Well, listen.
And tomorrow he'll make another one, she.
Yeah, have you started prepping for the big Pauly D interview tomorrow?
Oh, Pauly D's in tomorrow? Yeah, no clue. Where was my email? Oh, I got it.
Yeah, probably in your email box.
I check that thing every so often. And by the way, while we're working on this, let me address Roland for a second.
Okay.
Roland, I saw your email about one of the guests, and the way you word an email, you think you're being clever when you say certain things, and you're really pumping the person up. Like we'll read it and go, I don't think I'll. Well, look what Roland said. Well, of course we'll take this person. So all you got to do is put the name down and what they do. You don't have to sell them. This is a very popular show, and if you take this person, or there's other person on the show is asking for a little place. So if we get this, we'll probably get. Just tell us who it is, Roland.
Roland, I think they're starting to see through the. Well, if you take this person, you're more likely to get that person when it doesn't.
Oh, that one doesn't work anymore at all. But he's trying to alter that. It's the same thing, but he's trying to word it in a way that's a little more clever. And oh my God, so transparent. Right, Roland. I saw your clever ruse in last night's email.
You're gonna have to think of some new tricks, Roland.
I know.
Because they're starting to see through these things.
Name and what they're from. That's all we need. Maybe a picture so I can know who the fuck some of these people are. I see a name, I'm like, I look him up on IMDb, and then I'm like, oh, okay, that guy. No.
Or like you could say, like Roland could say, hot, blonde, white, blue eyes.
Yeah, like a description in a crime or something like that.
Right.
That's all I want.
That's it.
Unless they're black, then you got to actually put in that they're black. Like they do when they describe a crime. Oh, it always comes back to racism with me. I'm such a racist.
Well, I'm going to put that. I'm going to start making you separate one sheets. It'll say like Shaquille O'Neal, 8:30 a.m. in studio, Dove soap, black.
Right. Yeah, that would be perfect.
Okay, good.
Oh my God, I'm 4 lanes over that I got to get through to go to the Midtown Tunnel. out of my way.
How's it going to work?
And now I got to cut all the way over through traffic.
You're not going to just wait patiently and let people pass you?
No, it's a game. It's a game, and I must win. And winning in the game of driving in the city means not letting anyone through. You lose points.
Yeah.
Would you like some more soap products? They can send some.
Well, hold on. Oh, there we go.
Oh.
All right. Now this is good because I'm at the light, so I could just blow past everybody once it turns green like a top fuel dragster.
You do like to win. I think that's what your problem with the Shorty Awards was last night.
Well, I do like to win, and I didn't win that, and it was a little disappointing. But in retrospect, it was stupid, and I was a rube trying to actually win this.
I can't believe that radio wasn't a real category. Some of the bullshit categories that they had, and radio wasn't a legit category somehow.
Can you believe that?
Social fitness was a category. What's social fitness?
Social fitness?
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
No. Social media manager, hashtag life-saving hero. These are categories?
It was all bullshit. It was all bullshit.
All bullshit.
Oh, there are cops all over the place. I'm on this goddamn phone.
You don't have, like, the speakerphone or the...
No, I hold it up to my ear. I don't take calls. The only call I make is to your dumbass fucking show.
I like that. I guess you were listening by mistake again?
Yeah, my radio got stuck on the station, and yeah, you're honest. All right, I gotta go. I gotta go past this cop.
All right, good luck.
Bye.
Godspeed. Anthony, I don't know why, and this is...
He told you.
Not really. I mean, I think all he told me was less information is what's needed on these one sheets. Does that make it... but he sees through your...
I was being rude. I said, hey.
Well, you said, take this person on this show, and then you said...
No, I think he's coming in, regardless, so that's why it wasn't...
I think it's...
But if you look back at the names who's been coming in...
we have had good guests on the show.
A-listers. Farrell, hello?
Will Farrell was on the show. Shaquille O'Neal was on the show.
Hello?
Donald Sutherland was on the show.
Eugene Levy's coming on, so like... Come on.
All right.
I'm just saying that...
Let's not get crazy and call Eugene Levy an A-lister.
Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle was on the show. That would work more to your point than Eugene Levy.
Still, tomato.
No. I would say tomato, broccoli. That's where you're at right now. But Eugene Levy is hilarious in the American Pie movies.
Yes.
That's what he's coming in to promote?
Yeah.
Is the rest of the cast going to come in?
That's what they're deciding. They send half to L.A., half to New York. So we're trying to see which half is coming to New York.
What are the odds that Tara Reid's going to come in here?
It may happen.
Oh, my God. That would be the greatest thing ever.
Because it may happen for your after show because of the timing.
Really?
Yeah.
This after show will become Terradice?
Terradice, my friend?
Terradice. Scott in New Jersey. You're on After Opie and Anthony Live.
What's up?
How's it going, Scott?
Hey, I just wanted to know, why do you take Anthony's phone call when he never takes any of ours?
Well, the thing about Anthony is the reason that he gets to sit in the studio and has been doing this for so long is because he has a proven track record of being very entertaining. Now, Scott, I don't want you to take this personally, but there's just most of you that call in do not have the same track record.
I guess I can agree with that one.
You know what I mean? Like, Ant's got years of being entertaining on a consistent basis on a huge show, whereas most of the listeners, let's be honest, not you, Scott, necessarily, but most of the listeners just do rehashed Ant and Jim jokes.
Yeah, I got to give you that.
So, you know what I'm saying.
All right.
All right, thanks, Scott.
I still think Anthony should take more phone calls, though, if he's going to call your show.
You think, pay it forward, you're saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, also, his name's on the wall, and without Anthony, there is no After Opie and Anthony, so he's kind of got a little bit of carte blanche around here.
Yeah. I give you that, too.
All right, talk to you later.
I don't know if Anthony doesn't take calls. Yeah.
Scott was excited. Not everybody gets to do something fun like this on the radio.
Scott just proved everybody's point.
So you got Gerard Butler.
Yeah.
In the Celebrity Friends Club.
Yep.
I got Johnny Fairplay and Justin Stengel from David Letterman. And Joey Abs from WWE. Not as strong a list. I mean, I would put Justin Stengel up there against Gerard Butler. I don't know if everybody else would, though. Eric You're a networker. You love schmoozing. You love to schmooze, don't you?
I try.
You do. Do you actually enjoy the art of schmoozing?
It depends on the situation.
What situation? Because I hate schmoozing. I'm terrible at it. And
You're schmoozing when you have to cover and try to repair something that maybe happened on the show or that something was said.
No, I
There's
mean
that
like
kind of stuff.
I mean like when
then
you.
there's the good kind too.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I should have let you finish. So
Yeah.
I'm saying like when you go to an event and you know it's a networking opportunity, and you're meeting people from the industry or there's celebrities there or whatever, you like that schmoozing.
Yes and no. You have to do it.
But do you like it? Do you like as an activity? Because some people,
to an extent, I do. Yeah.
Because there are people, and that's like there are a lot of
It gets
people.
tiresome sometimes.
There are a lot of people who really enjoy it. Like
It's
Roland,
an exercise.
there's a lot of schmoozing that goes on for you.
Yeah, it's an exercise. I mean, people think it's easy, but throw them in a room with celebrities and let them talk. They'll be like,
Yeah, because people don't.
You have to be entertaining.
Most people come off as douchebags in front of celebrities.
Yeah, or they just freeze.
Right, and a celebrity has a schmooze meter, so they know when they're being.
You only
schmoozed.
have a small window, less than 30 seconds.
Do you like the art of schmoozing?
Yeah, they teach it to you.
And you take
My
pride in.
mentor taught it to me. Yeah,
Who is your mentor?
I don't mention his name.
I like that. I like that.
But he taught me everything, most everything. But he taught me how to do that.
It's something that you take pride in.
I used to be quiet, and he threw me to parties. He goes, "Come back and talk to these people."
But
goes,
see,
that's your job. That's gonna be your job.
Roland's has a way different schmoozing technique because Roland knows his advantage is that he's got a very, I'll call it a distinct look and a crazy ass voice. And so what you do is you just say terribly inappropriate things.
That's correct.
But then you do the high pitched giggle afterwards, and everybody says, "Oh, it's okay. It's just Roland."
Yeah.
And that's your technique.
Like
and then people remember you and like you.
Like one woman was trying in front of celebrities.
Yeah.
And I said, "Hey guys, I'm gonna take a big shit when she's done yapping. I'll be back to tell you a joke." And they're like, "Ah!"
Everybody
and
likes
it just
it.
killed her. She was like, "But."
And they go,
and they go, "Hey, your time's up. Time to move on."
and she can't be mad at you because everybody around her is going, "That's Roland. That's just Roland."
And she got so pissed because nobody paid attention to her the whole time.
That's a true story?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
You have to slam. You have to look at a group and go, "That guy is my target," and you could tell when they're nervous. And you just do like the guys do. You just like shoot them down.
Prison rules.
Prison rules.
You look for the weakest prag, and you go for him. You go for the jugular right off the bat.
Right off the bat.
Eric, you schmooze.
Yeah.
Is this? Do you have fun schmoozing?
I do to an extent, yes.
Because like, I am a terrible conversationalist. I am terrible at remembering not to give one-word answers. I'm terrible. I'm an awful schmoozer, and I hate the whole thing of it. I hate every bit of it. It's
But
not my
if you
strong
want to
suit.
continue doing what you do currently, or even go to the next stage, you desperately need to learn how to deal with that. It's mostly the people that aren't in front of the camera or on a microphone. It's all the behind-the-scenes people that you have to befriend.
Well, listen, I'm going to need to carry you with me then.
All right.
Because you're going to be my schmoozing guy, and you're going to be like, "Oh, I got this guy. Here's Sam. He does this and that." And I'll go, "Oh, hey, guys, were you talking about me?" And then that's what I need.
Yeah, there's one person I call him like the king of faux pas.
Who's that?
Yes.
Steve C was not good?
No. I mean, like, I love him to death.
Let's just say cyber stalking is not schmoozing.
Well, our old executive producer, Steve C.
Or when he does something, like he'll say something. Sometimes he tells celebrities or their people, like, make a joke like, "Hey, that movie sucked balls." But in your head, you have to know the roster from top to bottom, left to right.
You got to know all the players.
He didn't sometimes.
He didn't always know who was on the field.
Yes, do you know this actor? They're like, "Yeah." And they actually, because that's their client. That was the worst movie I've ever seen. And they're like, "Well, why?" In my head, I'm like, "Oh, no."
Don't.
But then I just step back. Well, why?
You let it happen.
Oh, yeah. And then they go, "Yeah, that's my client." And then you're like,
because you value the game. And so when somebody's not playing the game well, you're not there to help them out. You're not a coach. You're a player.
I'm there when they sing to put my foot all the way down their head.
That's part of the game,
Until
isn't it?
they start choking, and I lean a little bit forward heavily, and then they go away.
Roland loved this. he would just sit there and just watch this crash and burn.
Because we've heard when JWoww was in here last time from the Jersey Shore, she said she had to change her number.
She said it a couple times.
Because Steve C.
kept calling her.
Kept texting her.
Yeah.
Well, there was one other Jersey Shore person, too. But
Who?
Situation before he was, when the show first started, he was the first number that we got. Somebody called in and was friends with him, gave us his number. And from him, we got the other phone numbers for the rest of the cast members. JWoww did change her number because Steve kept calling her, but then we found out Situation did as well because Steve couldn't get in touch with him anymore either.
And by the way, Coke Logic just chimed in on the feedback thing. I have Sam Roberts' phone number. What level of celebrity is that? That's pretty massive, dude.
I know the feedback still works.
That's pretty big. Yeah,
That's nice.
It's not supposed to, but it still does.
Nice.
Eric?
Yeah.
Who is your biggest celebrity friend?
Celebrity friend?
Big Kev.
Yeah.
Is it Big Kev?
No. I don't know if I have any.
You don't have not one. You don't have one person who anyone would consider a celebrity that you text with. I say that. In order to be a celebrity friend, you have to be texting with them.
Yeah, I don't text.
He texts Sean Hannity.
No, Roland. As a matter of fact, I'm going to correct you on that because
you're both right on this situation.
Okay. I'm gonna say this, and I don't need Eric.
We've said this before,
but let me get to the end.
Okay.
Eric, and Travis can back me up on this one because Travis was always there for these stories.
I was there too.
You were there. Whenever we had
no.
Whenever we had Sean Hannity on the show, it was Eric sending emails. And Eric told us behind the scenes, I'll take care of the Sean Hannity thing. Don't worry. I used to intern with him. We're boys.
I didn't intern
That's
with
what you said.
I never interned with him.
Well, you said that before. You said, we're cool. I'll take care of it. Roland, can we get Sean Hannity on? Eric would chime in. Don't worry. He knows me, so I'll take care of it.
And he was going on.
Okay. And so, but he always came on, right? So we all thought that Erock and Sean Hannity had this great relationship, or at least a professional relationship, right? We went to Imus's Hard Rock event, and Opie and Anthony were being interviewed by Imus, as was Sean Hannity, right? So me and Eric were there, and when I told Travis this story, Eric, he got such a kick out of it.
Of course he did.
I was there behind you.
You were there?
Yeah, behind you.
Okay. I sit down, and we meet Sean Hannity, and we shake his hand, hey, we're from O&A, blah, blah, blah. And then Sean Hannity goes, and which one of you is the guys who emails me all the time? I go, oh, no. And Eric goes, that would be me. And he goes,
said my name,
and
but
he goes,
just didn't know which one was us.
Is it Eric?
No, see, that's a lie.
Yes, he did. He didn't know
that's
for sure.
a lie.
He goes,
that part didn't happen.
Is it Eric?
No, he said which one of you is Eric.
No, he said
which is when you started giggling like an asshole.
He said which one of you is the guys who always emails me is what he said first. That's when I started giggling like an asshole because that's way funnier. That he just knew you as the guy who always emails him from O&A. What happened with that?
I don't look. The guy's an important dude. I've met him a few times, but he just didn't remember.
He didn't.
No.
Do you think that you made it seem like you had a bigger relationship with him than you did?
No, I said I could contact him. Because when anybody else would contact him, they'd never hear from him.
Well, the rest of us had this weird idea that you really, you called him and stuff.
I'm not his best friend or anything.
No. So you don't have any celebrities that you text with or anything? On any celebrity level?
It's all behind-the-scenes people.
Who's the biggest behind-the-scenes person? I shouted out Justin Stengel. He's a behind-the-scenes person, but I count him as a celebrity because he's huge on Twitter.
He hits me up on Twitter once in a while, but not to the extent that you guys talk to, and he calls into your show and whatnot.
You got to be texting buddies.
Yeah, I'm not texting buddies
Louis
with him.
texts me.
Louis C.K.
I have Bob Kelly and Voss.
Oh, that's awful. That's unfortunate. I'm sorry, but I thought you were a great schmoozer.
But I know behind-the-scenes people. I don't deal with the main...
too, he texts, so...
You got to know some on-air people, right, Roland?
Maybe like some radio guys.
You got to know some of the on-air
Like Scott and Todd.
Ope and Jim don't count.
No, I guess not. Do you know Scott and Todd?
Or Elvis
Not
Duran?
anymore.
Oh, Elvis Duran?
He knows me, but I don't know if I went over there, he would remember looking at me and saying, oh, that's Eric.
Oh, yeah, Jimmy Fallon.
His staff does, but I don't think he would.
That's yours, not Eric's. Jimmy Fallon?
Yeah.
Eric, you got to work on your celebrity Rolodex.
I don't know if I really need to be in touch with celebrities like that.
Why? It'd be fun. Wouldn't you think?
It'd be fun, but I don't know if that would be important to any kind of future career outside of this.
Sure it would. Celebrities have the most power in the world. And you could be like...
Oh, Dane Cookie texted me too. So.
You could look at your wife and be like, hey, look who's texting me. And she'd be like, oh, I'm so wet right now. You know?
She doesn't give a shit about any of this.
She doesn't care.
No.
Well, if celebrity relationships weren't important, Roland wouldn't have them.
If True Blood...
But Roland should have them. That's the thing. That's what he's been around it since he was a little kid. You know, it's very rare what Roland has and the access that he has to people.
I guess.
Yeah, in L.A.
It was You're saying it was L.A. when you made it?
Of course. I mean, camp and all the things
he was going out on...
What's camp?
Like, you do, like, entertainment camp and all that in L.A.
Who sends you to entertainment camp? I don't understand.
Parents.
Is it like Patrick Ewing's or who?
Oh, no, you go see TV tapings and you hang out on the movie sets and that.
Yeah, which Nick used to do basketball camp around here? What are some of the Knicks? It wasn't Patrick Ewing.
I have no idea. I don't follow
John Stockton? Yeah, John Stockton used to do basketball camp. Like that type of thing?
Yeah, but it's like celebrity camp. Like Robin Williams will come out and talk to you, and then
what's the camp?
Dustin Hoffman.
What's the end goal of it?
Everybody you grew up with are now managers, agents, lawyers in the industry.
But when you're kids, you just go to...
They hang out with your friends. You're watching TV tapings, movie shit.
Let's go to celebrity camp.
Yeah, I want to go to celebrity
camp.
Screw
Cleveland. Let's go to celebrity camp.
It's fun. Then went to space camp.
You went to space camp?
Yeah.
Your parents treated you like gold.
Well, actually, my aunt got me. Yeah.
John Starks camp. That's who it was.
Yeah, it was like four of us. You have to have like really great grades to get to space camp. But my parents knew somebody.
Oh my God, you and your connections.
So me and three other people, we all went because our parents knew somebody.
Yeah.
And when we got there, all the kids knew that we were the ones that got in by favors because you have to do math problems, and we're like turning the space shuttle.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to do like a math problem.
But you had no idea.
We're like,
Did you go on a video game? Wait,
did you go on that machine? What is it? The centrifuge that spins you around?
Kennedy. Yeah, in Texas.
Oh wow.
That's where our space camp for like 3 months.
Did you? Your parents got you in. Have you ever lived in a world not run by connections and who you know?
No.
So you don't know what it's like to just be one of us.
If like in Disneyland, we went in front of the line.
How?
My buddy's dad, like, was one of the heads of Universal.
Isn't your dad just like a chef? How do you know all these people?
Because you meet him all in the restaurant. I mean, you own a restaurant in L.A., you all the industry people.
He was an L.A. chef. And so the industry people went to his restaurant.
Loved his food.
He starts meeting friends. And
so, like, went to space shuttle landings and all that stuff. So it's like...
So, like, Roland's on par with, like, kids of celebrities. Like, you show up, you're born, and everything you know is just in that industry, and you know everybody.
Yeah.
Like, you would know somebody just by going to high school.
Does that make you jealous, Eric? Because you're like, you didn't have connections coming into this. Did you?
Very little. I mean,
like, what kind of
all radio stuff.
What kind of connections did you get through your parents?
Through my parents?
Anything?
Yeah, I got into NBC through my parents.
Oh, NBC.
But outside of that, the rest was all whatever I did.
Yeah, because it's totally different. It's just so funny that you don't know, like...
No, basically Disneyland, I never knew what wait in line was until in college. I went with a group of friends, and then we had to wait in line. I'm like, what's this?
Why would you wait online?
So I texted up another buddy, and we got the special passes.
Of course you did, because you always had your buddies.
Yeah, so you're like, hey.
Doesn't it get exhausting to have to maintain these relationships?
Yeah.
Like, it's just...
It's become second nature once you grow up with it. That's what you know.
Because favors just seem so exhausting to me. Like, I'll do this for you, but now you owe me a favor. I got to make sure I don't say the wrong thing to you because it'll cost me a favor. And it's not exhausting?
No. It just becomes, you're used to it. You did so long, second nature.
But those favors are on the same level as, hey, could you come over and help me move this couch, or just something a little small and petty like that. Favors are like, hey, could you put me in touch with this publicist or get me this? It's on that same level in his world. Like, it's no big deal.
So do you have anyone?
When I was a kid, I had to do a golf tournament, and I was paired with Jack Nicholson.
Holy shit!
Wow.
Because it was like a celebrity tournament. And
how long did you hang with him for?
2 days.
You hung out with Jack Nicholson for 2 days?
Do you have a photo?
My mom had us. I was like 12, because every kid gets paired up as a celebrity.
At what point did you know who he was?
Yeah.
Where did you know him from at 12?
My dad showed me One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
At 12?
Yeah, my dad goes, watch this movie.
You had a good film education.
Oh, you do. That's what you learn.
And you knew him from Batman probably, too.
More of that one and another movie I forgot that he was in. And you get paired up with celebrities.
And did he talk to you?
At first, he didn't want me because he wanted somebody else. He goes, I don't want this kid.
Mm-hmm.
So then they threw me out and paired me up with, I think it was either Dustin Hoffman or another person. I don't remember.
Jesus,
Only Dustin Hoffman.
What celebrity thing was this?
It was
this wasn't exactly Happy Gilmore and Bob Barker. These are real celebrities.
No, this was a Malibu golf tournament.
Yeah.
And the kids all got paired up, and you just get them coffee, whatever they need.
Was he cool?
Yeah. Apparently, the person he got sucked, and he goes, "I want that kid back." And because I ran around like a maniac,
which is no huge surprise.
And I left him alone. I never got pictures, autographs. He offered me, like, I don't care.
Well, then how did you get a photo with him then?
My mom was there, and I was walking by him, and she took it.
Can she send it to you?
Oh yeah, I'll ask her.
I
It's in the
see
boxes.
Yeah.
I have pictures of that. Got that side's just like.
But it's just life.
Yeah.
Like so, but doesn't it make it so that, like, this stuff isn't even special anymore?
Well, that's what they make it. So when you come in the industry, you're just like, well, whatever.
Oh, I got you, because you've had all the experiences already.
Nothing surprises you.
But I can't fathom worrying about favors and things like that. Because like Eric said about, like, your friend moving your couch, like, that's not something that you have to, that's going to be held over your head. Like, that's not something that's going to impact your job or whatever.
No.
But the favors, your favors do.
Yeah, it depends.
You just have to get used to life that way.
Yeah.
Whew. And Eric,
yeah,
this is you kind of want to be where Roland's at, right? You like that?
I would like to get into that industry of doing publicity and booking and things like that.
Well, Jason in California has a good question for Roland. What's up, Jason?
What's up, Sam and guys? Hey, I was just wondering that is Roland a Make-A-Wish child or?
That's a great question.
The only kids I see cut line.
Were you a Make-A-Wish kid and you wished? I guess it seems like a little overabundance, but did you wish for, I want to go to Disneyland and cut all the lines, and then Space Camp, and then Hollywood Camp, and then play golf with Jack Nicholson?
No.
No, you were not a Make-A-Wish kid?
No.
You swear?
Yeah.
Promise?
Promise.
Cross your heart?
Yeah.
Okay, I believe you.
It was just a typical summer for a kid.
It doesn't seem typical at all.
Yeah, because when for like my mom came for her birthday, she took me to like the backlog Back to the Future after it was filmed because I loved the movie so much.
How did she get access to
her
that?
friend?
It's your whole life. It's just generations of favors and friends.
Like she walked. So I got a picture of me in Pine Valley, me all over.
Did you ever get molested by a celebrity?
No, I wish.
So Eric, you want to get into the publicity world?
It's difficult, but yeah.
And talent booking?
Booking's a whole nother.
Yeah, it's a different beast.
You want to be a publicist?
They do kind of go hand in hand, but they're also two very different things.
That's what you want to be, though, a publicist?
I don't know. I took a lot of PR stuff while I was in college,
But doesn't it seem exhausting to make sure that you're saying the right things to the right people all the time? Like that's your whole job.
That's what it is. It's just constantly spinning plates and.
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't want to.
People.
I wouldn't want to do that at all. That's why I'm trying to get away from behind the scenes as much as possible. Yeah. It's so much harder.
I know it's so much harder, but it's also, it depends on what your interests are and what you could be passionate about.
You love schmoozing, not a bad thing.
Or if you're good at it, why go with your strengths?
Yeah.
Or when people think it's easy, you're like, let the bomb go off, and wait and let people yell at you, then fix it, and then let them leave happy.
And then talk to me about it.
Yeah, it's some people think it's easy, but it's not. It's not easy at times.
Crazy. Like hanging out with you, publicity and booking. That's the last industry I would want to be a part of. Like I know you get to meet cool people or whatever, and you get to do cool things. It's not fun. It doesn't seem like your life is fun to me.
No, there's some times where you're invited to an awesome event, and then you'll get text, oh, by the way, just you. You're like, oh, can I bring somebody? No.
You got to ditch whoever you're with.
Yeah, it's like one time I got invited to like Edward Norton's house. Like, hey, come over, we're gonna hang out. All right, I'll bring my friend. She's cool. No.
So you're going to Edward Norton's house.
So you're trying to bang a chick.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, I'll hang out with her. She'll see what I'm doing. I got the invite to Edward Norton's house.
No.
And then you find out it's just you. Now, is that because Edward Norton was wanting you to be by yourself to molest you?
No. It's just because they know you tell no secrets. So whoever, like even Carson, you hang out with him, you're by yourself because it's like, They could be themselves.
They trust you.
It's like us. We all bust balls. We say things.
Why on earth would they trust you?
Because I don't tell secrets.
You don't?
No.
Unless you need to.
I haven't told any industry. No, I would never.
You don't tell secrets, but like around here, you use secrets as collateral.
I'm over here, though. It's like these secrets are like, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's not like her-ending ones or her secrets where you're like, hey, did you hear what happened on the film set? No, blah, blah, blah. What?
And that's the end.
Yeah, I don't do TMZ secrets.
Speaking of Hollywood and stuff, we found out today that Jet broke up. You know the band Jet?
Yeah.
We had them in studio.
Yeah.
I was thinking we'd play one of their songs while we still have a couple minutes.
Or play Bruce. Bruce.
Why would I play Bruce?
Because it's awesome.
Jet was in studio in the K-Rock days. And, I mean, they were fun to hang out with. And they played like 3 songs or something.
Racking Tours.
I didn't get to go to that. I was in college. Plus, they weren't in our we went to them.
Yeah. It's Sony Studios.
At Jack White.
That was a good show.
I'm sure it was. And how many?
20 of us?
It's crazy.
15, 20?
Were you with us at that point?
Yeah.
No, not you, Sam.
I was in college. I had interns.
Because I remember everyone was there, so it would seem odd that you
I was back in Syracuse. I love Jack White, like more than my mom. But
wow,
I couldn't get there.
Did you get tickets for Roseland?
I got to talk to you about a favor.
I get you in.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But then I'll owe you a favor. We'll talk.
We'll talk.
Okay. Which song are we going to play, Eric?
Wow, I didn't realize they did this many.
They did like 3 songs, right?
Let's see. We have a bunch, actually. Shine On, Are You Gonna Be My Girl?
Are You Gonna Be My Girl's a big hit.
Skin and Bones.
I like Skin and Bones, though.
All right, hold on. Let me find...
Yeah. Let's play Skin and Bones. This is Jet when they were in studio with the Opie and Anthony show. They broke up because of this performance. You have it?
Yeah,
I'm kidding. They didn't break up because of this performance. This was several years ago. This is when they were in our K-Rock studio.
It took a long time to break up.
Yeah, I know. There was a lot of discussions and paperwork and stuff like that. It's like getting out of a cell phone contract. It's never easy.
Somebody screwed up the Apple wires when they were performing.
I think that was Finger 11.
Oh, yeah.
Finger 11, somebody should have gotten fired for it. It was so bad. Remember, we had Finger 11 in studio. And no, that was the K-Rock engineer.
Oh, yeah. That's
yep.
right.
And we were sitting in studio for a half an hour, just staring at the band and talking to them about the fact that we couldn't hear the instruments they were playing.
Yeah.
That was embarrassing. Luckily, Jet did not turn out this way. This is Jet before they broke up on the Opie and Anthony show.
What are you guys going to do now?
This is called Skin and Bones.
Skin and Bones.
Skin
Once again, Jet.
Very good.
It's an awesome song.
Shine on. Very good guy.
We should get more bands.
Yeah. I mean, there aren't that many good rock bands anymore, but if we could get bands like Jet to perform in here, Jack White to come in here.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, that's the only people I like. I mean, Jet's gone now. We'll never get Jack White in here, though, will we?
Possibly.
I'll fucking freak out. Like, that's Rob Zombie level for me.
Would you get his signature on your arm for another tattoo?
Yeah, today.
All right.
Because he did the show before, so that's all that matters right now.
Yeah. Like, I mean, if he were here today, I wouldn't even do it for the air. I would try to get him to sign my arm and tattoo it on, yes. 100%. Without...
Would you get, like, Danny, like, get guitar and have him...
No, I don't need to sign guitar. I don't play guitar. Oh. But I would get it on my arm and tattoo. Like, there's nothing else you need to get signed after that. It's permanently on your arm forever. Like, I would do it on my forearm. I would do it on wherever, you know? I would do it on my neck.
What if the day of your wedding? Would you miss your wedding to meet Jack White?
Yeah, I would try. I would try to both. I would really try to do both.
Just text in and
I'll get you in trouble.
I would meet Jack White while I was wearing my suit, and then I would try to show up at the altar just in the nick of time. I'm here, baby. I'm here. I'm here for both.
Get your tattoo on.
Yeah, exactly. I can handle both.
Yeah, don't smear it.
We gotta go.
Get the tattoo artist to come along. Well, listen, I wanted to talk about how disgusting Opie's habits are, but we didn't have time today. Wiping piss off the seat. Just lift the seat and you won't have to.
That.
Oh, disgusting, right?
Use spray like Lysol.
Something. Just wipe it off with toilet paper. I don't know. It's gross, but
that means piss is all over the floor.
I was perplexed by Roland's life. Maybe we'll talk about that a little bit tomorrow, depending on what goes on the show. It's very unpredictable. Stay tuned.
Tomorrow.
Pauly D from the Jersey Shore will be on the Opie and Anthony show tomorrow. We'll be back with more of this then. Stay tuned. Ron and Fez coming up next. Goodbye.
The Opie and Anthony show is now over. For real this time.